Good Tuesday evening. Well, as more people in our community struggle to put a roof over their heads, 23 ABC is dedicated to diving deeper into the homeless crisis, and that's why we've made it one of our signature issues. Now, 126 new affordable housing units are set to be built in downtown Bakersfield. It's all part of a new $29 million state grant awarded to the Housing Authority of the County of Kern and the CityServe Network. 23 ABC's Vanya Patino joining us live now from downtown Bakersfield with more on how it will work and when we can expect this to start helping at-risk residents. Vanya.
That's right, Keely. Well, most residents are familiar with the old Montgomery building here in downtown Bakersfield that is now being used by CityServe for office space. That is why the parking lot right outside is also going to be the ground area for this new housing complex. Now, this is not just any ordinary affordable housing project. This one also aims to address those root issues that often lead to these individuals who are house insecure to be in the situation in the first place.
For those who come in, we are teaching them, job readiness and training, developing of just a good, life skills, so that then they can move on to long-term homes, long-term housing, and like I said, just a better quality of life for them and their families.
Chrissy Cochran with CityServe explains this is just a pit stop. The temporary housing and services are meant to help them get on their feet so they can then sustain permanent housing, adding that it takes a community to make this type of change. That is why they will be partnering with several local organizations to also offer counseling addressing substance abuse, traumatic stress disorders, and other mental illnesses. On top of that, with 36 out of 126 units set aside for foster youth, it will be the largest interim housing project for this group in the county.
What you have is those who have grown out of the system. A lot of times foster or children in foster care, they don't have a place to land. This gives them a great place to live.
According to the National Foster Youth Institution, an average of 1 out of every 4 youth in foster care will become homeless within 4 years of aging out of foster care.
And if you can prevent homelessness for youth, you're setting them on a path where they will never experience it. Once somebody experiences homelessness for the first time, they're more likely to experience it on and off for their entire adulthood.
Heather Kimmel with the Housing Authority of the County of Kern, which will be managing the building, adds that the idea by setting aside these units for foster youth is to intervene early to start them off on a path for success. Meanwhile, the other 89 units will be set aside for those experiencing homelessness for a long period of time, those who are at risk of entering a repeated cycle of homelessness, and those who are most likely to die while homeless.
The applicants for this property are going to come through the Homeless Collaborative's coordinated entry system. So any agency where somebody would typically reach out to access homeless services, whether they're already homeless or at risk of becoming homeless, they'll be assessed and put into the list.
Kimmel adds the Housing Authority will then go through the list and begin reaching out to those most vulnerable to get the application started. Knowing the urgent need for this type of service, the city expects the construction to be done by the end of the year.
We actually have people in our Brundage Lane Navigation Center with vouchers waiting in hand trying to get into permanent housing. So there is a real crisis on our hands. There are people who need housing today. But unfortunately, we know that it just doesn't happen overnight. And so the fact that we're able to actually build these units within a year will be tremendous.
Councilman Gonzalez, that's the city is also looking for more affordable housing providers so that they can continue building more of these homes. Now, if you are in assistance at the moment, you can call 211 to ask for that, request that assistance, or you can also head to our website where we have a list of currently available affordable housing units. Live in downtown Bakersfield, Vanya Patino, 23 ABC News, connecting you.